Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, episode number 90. Once again, rest in peace to Nanami Kento, one of the best side characters ever. Really nice dude who cared for his students and for his friends until the very last breath, man. And once he was having some thoughts near the end of his life about possibly regretting something, he still didn't, man. He saw Haibara in front of him, he saw him pointing at Yuji, and Nanami doesn't regret anything, and he just simply says, Itadori-kun, you take it from here, man. He didn't want to become like a curse upon him, right? And that's the end for our Nanami. That's how he goes out. He gets transfigured and he explodes. Mahito made him explode. Mahito is just a deplorable piece of evil shit, man. He's just pure evil that you can't stand, man. Like, he has done so many awful things that I just don't care. I want to see him dead as soon as possible. In the last episode, after he killed Nanami, and Yuji obviously went into shock and anger, and he attacked right away. He was very emotional, and Mahito shouts back at Yuji, man. It made my blood boil. It gave me the same energy when he and Sukuna were laughing at Itadori in season 1, man. And even in last episode, he created a Junpei on his arm and he stabbed his own arm. He's a psycho. He's a demon straight up, man. Like, Mahito is in that regard a really great villain, right? It really makes you angry to the core, man. It's literally insane. And that scene when he split up, like, it's not a flashback, but it can be like the present time, right? And that, like, his clone or the other part of him is fighting Nobara at this very moment, while the other half is facing Itadori. And it's not like Itadori is not putting up a fight, right? Mahito grew from these battles that we saw him in Jujutsu Kaisen. He really grew a lot, and he's using his ability in such a crazy and creative ways. I have to give him that, man. The way he's transforming his body and adapting it into these situations during the fight is literally insane. But my boy Yuji is somehow able to keep up, man. He was it's crazy that he witnessed what he witnessed in Shibuya, right? Because of Sukuna. Sukuna literally brought him to the edge of where the basically genocide happened, man. By Itadori's hand, right? By his body. And we know how much Itadori values human life, and we know how much that broke him. And at the beginning of the episode, we saw Itadori remembering the words of the people dear to him, and Principal's words also about how he shouldn't have regret if he's very close to death, right? That he doesn't want to curse his grandpa or whatever. And he comes and sees Nanami dying, man. Like, Itadori is going through it, man. He's entering the realm of the characters like Subaru and Okabe, who continuously keep suffering. But maybe it's even worse, because in these shows, like, you don't get second chances, man. It's ridiculous, man. I really don't know what to expect, and I'm straight up worried. I'm really worried for Nobara at this point, man. Anything can happen. We still don't have any reinforcements. We are fighting with the same people that we started off with. There is no Todo, Kamo, there is no Miwa, there is no Yuki, there is no Yuta, right? And Gojo is still trapped, man. So, I don't know, man. There is a still tiny ray of hope that somebody might pop out and help, and I really hope so, but we will see. Without further ado, let's start episode number 19. Let's begin, guys. Alright guys, that was episode number 19, and I really don't want to believe that Nobara just died, man. After Nanami, another victim of Mahitos in this episode. Man, the author is really ruthless, man. That was insane. I don't know how to feel about that, because she did started transforming and her head exploded and she could very well be dead. That's the thing also, man. I don't know how to feel. It's so fucked up. And we saw the flashback, and I mistakenly thought for a good chunk of time that Fumi is Saori. I remember Saori being older, a lot older than Nobara, so I got kind of confused there. I forgot how she looks exactly, but it was cleared up later on. It's actually three of them that made this promise to meet each other, and not only like Nobara and Fumi, but all three of them together with Saori. And we see Saori at this time, at this period of time, doing like the office job, getting overworked, of course, working overtime, even past midnight, right? Because there are some tasks that are overdue and needed to be over, and that's some classic corpo bullshit, man. But yeah, it's so fucking sad, man. Nobara is such a cool character. She's she was very adorable in that flashback, and she was always like willing to stand up for the weak, right? And she was always protective. While everyone in their school had red or black backpacks, right? Fumi liked the blue one and she got that, and because of that she got bullied. But Nobara was there to help her when the backpack was about to fall on her. She caught it and she even asked to have it, man. That goes to show you that in this small village there was this child who was able to think outside the box, and such a mature little girl that is able to notice these things and that these people are being looked down without a proper reason, right? And it was so sad seeing what they did to Saori's house just because she used to live in a town. That is literally insane. And Nobara started crying, and she cried again when she was parting with Fumi, and the way they did that scene with like the chairs, right? Everyone sitting there, and she's seeing Gojo, Megumi, and Yuji. She's seeing Panda, Maki, Numaki, and everyone else. She sees, of course, Fumi, and she switches to her young self, and she disappears, and the chair falls, signifying her death, right? Her leaving this world. And it's just so depressing, man. I literally can't believe that they would do that after episode with Nanami, and again in front of Yuji. And as I said right now, I don't care what kind of power Yuji gets. He needs to get power to whoop their asses, man. To whoop Mahito and Sukuna, bro. What they did is so insane, bro. I can't even imagine how Yuji feels, man. Yuji, who cares for human life, right? He cares for people he doesn't know, right? It hurts him. He bonded with Junpei for such a short time period. And Grandpa's words are echoing inside of his head, and everyone's words, Gojo's, Megumi's, Principal's, Nobara's, everyone's words, Nanami's. So you imagine how he feels about his actual friends when he cares for a random person on a street that much, right? Imagine how much this pains him seeing Nanami and then Nobara like this, man. And he doesn't know what to do with all these emotions, with all this anger, with all this sadness. He just keeps like getting in this state of shock, and It's honestly insane, bro. He's one of the characters that is being put in the worst situations possible, because I do think that this is even worse than death for Itadori. Like, if Itadori would die, you could say that somebody is going easy on him, right? But making him see all his close friends dying, and we know what is he all about, man. Like, it's so ruthless, man. It's so freaking ruthless, and I can't believe that still nobody showed up as a backup, man. I might as well at this point quit thinking that somebody will show up. It's ridiculous. Mahito is now unconscious. Yuji punched him, but of course that he's not dead, man. That fucker is not... He's worse than cockroach, man. You just can't get rid of him. And after we learned that Nobara can use her like resonance attack to hurt his soul as well, man. She did an amazing job against the clone Mahito, I guess, the other Mahito, but the way they did that, man, Mahito running towards the other Mahito, and we all thought that they're about to fuse, so that Mahito that got beat the shit out of because of Yuji, that he's gonna heal when they merge, but no, they run past each other, and the Mahito who was fighting Yuji goes after Nobara, man. Mahito is like that blonde dude, but much worse, man. And yeah, they are literally very similar characters. The blondie is kind of... You can say that blondie is probably even more covered and the bitch, man, but essentially they are the same. They're pure evil, and they will go and harm the people who are vulnerable and weaker in the middle of fight, right? They would abandon fighting characters like Nanami, Yuji. If there is somebody else close to them that's weaker, they will go for the kill, man. I fucking hate these characters, bro. At this point, I don't even know. I don't even know what's gonna happen. What do I look forward to, man? I was really hoping for Mahito to get fucking annihilated in this episode, and instead of that, we get like Nobara's death. I don't know. I still don't want to say R.I.P. Nobara because it might be foolish, but I think that there is still hope, man. I guess that's it, guys. I can't really... Not in the greatest mood, man. Nothing comes to my mind right now. I'm literally... I can't really think right now properly, so thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.